Hi, my name is Nicole. Welcome to my channel, Travel to Money. In today's video, I'm going to give you an updated tour of this house that I bought right here in Spain for just $5,000. We recently had a structural engineer and a builder come in to raise the ceiling of the kitchen and provide better structural support for the back of the house. Now that that is done, we can begin work on everything else. Rather than just show you B-roll, I'm going to do a walkthrough of the house and talk about our plans for each room. Do me a favor and leave a comment about your thoughts on our plans, or if you have any cool ideas for some of the spaces. All ideas are welcome. And if you haven't seen any of my previous footage of this house, be sure to stick around to see the view from the terraces right behind me. If you are new here, I have created this channel to help you learn about how to travel, adventure, and have fun on the road to financial independence. I have traveled the world, I own a couple of houses in Spain, and I'm on a creative journey to financial independence. I believe the road to financial freedom can and should be fun. I hope you'll subscribe and join me on this journey no matter where you are starting from. Hi, and welcome to the renovation project we're doing on the house I bought for just $5,000. You can kind of see why I got this for $5,000. We are standing near, this is the front door, so where you walk in, and I have been at Leroy Merlin all day, which is kind of like a Home Depot or a Lowe's, and been trying to decide what exactly we're going to do in this space. I have decided, I think I'm going to have my friend tile everything. We're going to tile the floors and the walls. We're going to do a white brick tile, so the whole space on the walls will look like white brick. And then we're going to do a dark gray tile that's really beautiful on the floors. They had some other gray tiles that were a little lighter that were on sale. However, I've decided to spend a little more on the ones I really want to make this space just really pop. And then my friend is going to have to run electricity from the front. Now, rather than digging into the walls and doing all of that with the electricity, we've decided to do the exposed look. And there are some inexpensive options with things like PVC, but I don't really love the way that that looks, and so we're going to splurge a little bit and go with the copper, which will really pop on the white walls with the dark gray floors. I think that's going to look really beautiful. And the other great thing about doing exposed electricity is that when you have maintenance issues with the electricity, you don't have to dig back in the walls to fix the problem. You can literally just get right to it through the piping. So that is a really great benefit to doing exposed electricity. Plus, I think because this space is going to look really modern, that will look really cool in here. Okay, so let me take you back into the kitchen. You may remember from before that my friend knocked this part out. When we first got this house, the doorway was literally here. I'm only 5'6" and the door was here. So we knocked all of this out, which was great because this space is here. But now, because they've raised the roof, raised the ceiling of the kitchen, we're actually going to be able to knock this piece out too, which is going to give us a lot more headroom when you're coming down into the kitchen. There are a couple of steps down here. I may run the white brick all the way down this back wall of the kitchen. Not really sure yet. We might do the kitchen entirely differently. I am planning to use granite in the kitchen because I found out that granite in Spain is a lot less expensive than it is in the US. So we will do granite countertops and may use granite in other places in the kitchen, but we're not quite getting to the planning for the kitchen yet, so we'll come back around to that later. But you might remember from some other videos that we were able to raise the ceiling. It used to come down to about right here, which was just a little bit above my head. And now I can't even touch the ceiling when I'm standing flat-footed. Even on my toes, I can't touch it. So we got quite a bit more ceiling height. That's really exciting. And then, because the house has been supported on the corners, we were told we could take out as much of this wall as we want. Not going to, because the kitchen countertop will come out from here anyway. But we will probably take this piece out right here, just so that we have more space for a bigger door. And then this is what walks out into what can be either a garden or a utility room. After talking to my friend today, I think we are going to make this a garden area, and then move our washer and dryer into the bathroom as a stackable rather than putting them here and having to provide cover. Having this open space as a garden will provide a lot of natural light, but we're also talking about how we can provide some sort of cover for this when it's raining. Here in Spain, I live right next door to this. My windows and doors are open all the time. The weather is beautiful. The sun is shining. You don't have a lot of bugs. I'm from Florida and we have a ton of bugs all the time. Here you don't really have that. Maybe a fly every once in a while, maybe a bee every once in a while, but nothing that is consistent. So you really can leave your doors and windows open all the time. So having this fresh air space for the house will be really awesome. It will keep things from getting damp. But what we're talking about as an idea is creating putting some sort of thing that runs on a track where you could just pull it like one of those garage door type of things that they use over windows here. And when you pull it, it would extend over this if it was raining so that you wouldn't have any rain problems when walking back and forth to the bathroom on the rare occasion that it rains here. So if we leave this as a garden area, I have not necessarily thought through what exactly we will do with these walls. My friend has a lot of non-slip tile that's like a gray wood look that we will probably put on the floors here. Any of the outdoors areas we're going to use a non-slip tile. And so we already have some of that. We'll probably put that in this room. And then I'll have to consult with some other people that know a lot about gardens to decide what exactly to do with this space. I will probably tile all the walls. I just haven't thought exactly about what tile will go in this space for the garden. So then stepping into the bathroom, this bathroom is actually pretty big. It gives us a lot of space to do what we want. My friend will be running all new plumbing here, like I said, so all of this flooring will come up. And then I'm really trying to decide, we already have a sink. I don't think we have a toilet for this yet, so we'll buy a toilet. We might actually leave a sink in this space, do a toilet across the way, do a stackable washer and dryer in this corner, and then here we can either do a walk-in shower where glass comes out from this wall to about here, and then you just walk around the glass into the shower, or we can do a tub along the back wall with a shower. My tub in my other house has a shower head right in the middle over the tub, and it works great. You just pull a curtain along this way for the shower, or you can use the bathtub. So if you have an opinion about what this space should have, if it were you, would you have just the walk-in shower, or would you have the bath shower combo? And then the other thing we're trying to decide is what tile will go in the bathroom. I can either do a really pretty tile that goes floor to ceiling, or we can do a different tile for the floor versus what we put on the walls. So I've still got to make some decisions about that. If you have any opinions or ideas, send them. I love to look at ideas. And yeah, that's kind of the idea for the bathroom space. Let me show you the upstairs. Welcome to the second floor. So you may remember this room. I talked about it on Instagram not too long ago. We talked about these tiles and whether or not to keep or replace them. So the votes are in, and we're definitely going to remove these. Not so much just because of the old-fashioned look, whereas we're going for a more modern look in the house, but also because it's going to give us quite a bit more headspace. Now, this column right here is aggregate, which we're not crazy about, so we're going to be adding a new beam in this way that's reinforced with steel, but this is going to be about the height for where the door or windows can go in this space. However, we will get about 6 inches more of headroom when we remove these tiles and go up to where these beams are right up here. So when you're in the room space, you will have a little bit more headspace, although we're not raising this, or we're not planning to anyway. So we will bring that gray tile up here to this floor, and then probably do this room with the white brick on the walls as well. And so that's like a brick tile. And then my friend will be matching those up so it just looks like a brick wall, which will be, I think, a really good look. And so then our options for this space, we can put in a fixed window here with some sort of ledge to here and then a door here. Or we can do a full sliding glass door, which I think is where I'm leaning. And this part would be fixed so it can't open, and then this part would slide open. To preserve a lot of the natural light, we do have to stay legal and up to code, we do have to provide some sort of wall or railing both here and this way. But to preserve the light, instead of doing a wall, I'd really love to just have a railing that goes all the way around. So we haven't chosen the railings yet, but we will get to that sometime soon. So once you open the sliding glass door and step out onto this terrace area, all of this we're going to tile with the gray wood look tile that is non-slip. And then what we're going to do over here on the patio, we're going to go ahead and remove this top layer right here. This wall is a little shifty, so we're going to be adding another strip here and cementing them together to just better secure this wall. And then we're going to take off this top layer and we're going to replace it with clear glass tile blocks. So when we went to the store today, we bought these glass clear blocks, and those will go here so that when you're sitting down you can actually see through them to the view, and it just gives you more of a view from this terrace while still providing the safety that you need. And then along the top, since that one of these sides will be exposed on the top, we will eventually tile over either with some pretty Spanish tile or something else that we're using somewhere else in the house. My friend is just really great with tiles, so any tile that we choose, he's going to be able to get just the right fit here to go along the top of these. So really excited about this. We will end up tiling all of this wall here, the one over on this side as well. Just anything that you can see now will be covered with some sort of tile. Now, when you're on the top terrace up there, you can see into the neighbor's area. And we want to put up something there, but because of the wind coming through, we really had to think about how we want to do that. So what we're thinking is that we are going to attach some sort of wall trellis that goes way up to one of those corners down to here, and then we are either going to build some sort of planter low on this wall or a bit higher on this wall where we can grow some sort of vining plant up the trellis that's going to provide privacy but still make this wall a really cool space. I'm not a big fan of the mesh or the bamboo. It just doesn't look super clean, but I think making that natural and providing all of this as a beautiful garden kind of area will be really cool and just great for the person who lives here, whether that's me or someone else. All right, so let me go ahead and take you up to the next floor. Okay. So speaking of this area, the steps are going to be extended out over this because obviously we have a big hole there right now. So that will be fixed. This is kind of like a hallway room. I've mentioned before that we may turn this into a library or sitting room. There is a lot of space that can be used here for storage, whether that's for books or building other sorts of cabinets. I think that would make the most of this room. And then I really like the beams here actually, so I'm not sure what we'll do on the ceiling, but we'll think of an awesome plan for that. And then just like downstairs and in the other bedroom, I would like to do the white brick tiles here and then continue with the dark gray tile here and also in the bedroom. I don't have any other major plans for this bedroom space other than laying that dark gray tile floor and then doing the white brick in the bedroom. So that's the idea for this space. Let me take you up to the top terrace, one of my favorite places. So I'm really excited about this. You've heard me talk about it before, but check out this view. It really is stunning. What we're going to do here, my friend is going to build this out to about here where these bricks are. because we have a door that opens inward and it wouldn't open in from here because of this. So we're going to build this out, like I said, to here. The door will open inward. There will be a steel gate on the outside of it, but the door is glass, so it's going to let in a lot of natural light. And then you remember those clear blocks that I showed you from the terrace before? We're going to put those alongside the door as well to add in much more natural light that goes into the second floor of the house. So here I'd like on the ground, we're going to probably stick with a gray tile. And then on the walls, I'd like to do a really deep teal tile. They have a beautiful one that is at Leroy Merlin. It's a little on the expensive side, but I feel like this space is small enough that it won't cost too much if we decide to put that tile here. So we'll do that tile all around these walls, along this wall as well, and then we'll probably top this with something different. So that's the plan for the house. Well, I hope you enjoyed the tour. I'll be sharing a lot more as we continue the renovation process. Don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe to join me every day where travel and adventure build financial freedom. I can't wait to see where your dreams will take you.